Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly shop steward today, because today we are carrying on our ongoing campaign playing Paizo Publishing's outstanding Pathfinder 2nd Edition Fantasy RPG in our custom setting of the Spires of Paridar, a setting of occult conspiracy, industrial progress, and class disparity. With me today are the stars of the Spires Paridar campaign. We're actually also kicking off our second year of this campaign with this session. So I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up, we've got James.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm playing Sally Dumaire, the Azar Katie, a lady detective from the deep dark sea.
Very nice. Next up is Ingolf.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Basil Rathbone, who is an Isoki investigator. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, very low profile. And last, but certainly not least, is Darren.
Yep, Darren here. I'm playing Dr. Adam Ersprung, who is our flesh warp inventor, and his trusty sidekick, Igor.
Nice. So, guys, it has been, we've rolled into a brand new year, and as we've talked about in some of our other sessions, there is that foggy haze that is the holidays standing between us and our last session. But what do you guys remember happening last time?
Yeah,
or the last couple of times. I'm certainly...
Yeah, they sort of tied in together, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a new little Adam who's entered the fray. Basil found a sort of little child beggar on the streets, and managed to convince him to come to my new clinic. So,
one question I have was, did Basil, because you said that he found him, and I think a more accurate description is that he was directed to him. I don't know whether Basil, I just can't remember offhand. Has Basil told Dr. Ersprung how he came upon the young Adam? Do you guys remember?
You did show us the coin, didn't you? The penny?
Yeah.
Penny or something?
Yeah, so I had a coin, yeah. There was this thing with the coin. And I maybe I am like believing in conspiracy. I overestimated the value and the importance of that specific coin, but nevertheless, yeah.
But what's wrapped in a note, right?
Yeah. So I think Adam will know that I was tipped off by someone, and I actually don't know by whom. So for sure, at least.
Well, what did the note say? Was there an actual note with the coin?
It was just the place where I should
just the location.
Be. So and there I met the child.
Yeah. So we still haven't tied up where Basil was, or why Basil was instructed to find this.
Yeah. So Basil would believe that this was related to the Whisker network, because no one else would be able to slip something into his pocket.
There is one small problem with your theory.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
There is no such thing as the Whisker network, of course.
Yes. Yeah. But if it existed, then they would be the only organization able to basically steal from the thief, so to speak.
Yeah. So, he's been staying with Adam at the clinic. I think Sally made quite a good connection with him on initial sort of meeting up, because we were talking about seeing if we could get Mr. Dr. Raycroft to take him under his wing temporarily, because of all the rumours that are coming out, or potentially the rumours that are coming out in the papers, that the clinic is somehow creating these flesh warp creatures or people of the city. So we're a little bit worried that little Adam's going to be in danger of coming under scrutiny from reporters and such. So we was thinking about taking him to Dr. Raycroft to hide out.
Basil had the pleasure of meeting Trevor Burleyborough last time.
Yeah, the halfling.
ace investigative reporter, and professional slanderer.
Yeah, he
I
seems to be
suppose it's libel
spying.
because it's in print.
Yeah, he seems to have been spying on the headquarters, and yeah, Basil had a little run-in with him. What else was going on? Yeah, we're still trying to get to the bottom of all the flesh warp and creation. I spoke to Dr. Raycroft myself. He seemed to think that it could be a student of a teacher that was copying the work of previous creations like myself, because there seems to be some sort of bad copies that have shown up on the streets. Fortunately, they've obviously, I don't know, been murdered, killed, and discovered, but it doesn't look like the same craftsman work, like expert craftsman's work. So it's just we're doing quite a bit of investigating to try and work that out, really.
I have an illustration for Dr. Risewell now, by the way. There you go.
Oh yeah, he was using one of the character ones before, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, so he confirmed the whatever art or science went into creating yourself seems to be the same hand that created our younger Adam, though a different person seems to have created the others, the other bodies you've come across.
Yeah.
Anything else happen of interest? Oh, everyone's... rename this here.
We've got the new doctor, obviously, that you just said there. He's at the clinic.
Drummed up some more people for the charity drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think at some point the blood samples would be analyzed, I hope. That were taken from...
Raycroft took a couple of blood samples from me and little Adam,
Yeah. There was some discussion at the end of last session as well about a potential way of investigating Dr. Earthsprung's origins.
Yeah, I wanted to look into some death records of engineers and doctors around the time of my appearance, if you want to call it that, to see if there was any people of particular note in those fields, engineering and doctors. And also I wanted to look into female surgeons or people of particular skill in surgery that could have been, I think Dr. Raycroft would be a good person to speak to, at least the female surgeon part of it.
You could speak to Mrs. Carrington as well. Miss Carrington would have access to newspaper archives, which would include things like death notices and so forth.
Okay.
You also could, Dr. Earthsprung could access through the medical records as well. Although that might be... Oh, there'll be public records. He wouldn't be... I'm just trying to think if there would be any privacy issues that he would have with that.
Is that sort of town hall sort of death records? Sort of?
Yeah. All right. What about Basil and Sally?
Yeah, there was talk about how we could stop the press from printing, or whether we really should stop, or whether we should be more open. But I don't think we came to a certain conclusion about that. So we'll see how that is handled. I mean, if we could solve earlier where those guys come from, then maybe we could turn the public's eye to just another direction anyways. So that would be maybe the most helpful strategy.
And was Basil met with Harlan Wheeler? Who was Harlan Wheeler?
That's he's kind of a fencing one in the underground selling stuff. And there I also met some guys from I don't know, some gang basically.
You was
But
talking
I
to him
don't
about the Ghoulfather and the Clockwork Assassin, weren't you? Briefly.
Yeah, so yes, so they wanted to give me notice if they find out anything about the children or the Ghoulfather. If there was anything appearing, then they would give me notice. But that was all about that, I suppose.
And was Sally still looking to meet up with the guy about the underwater vessel for the pond and the spire? Was that
Yes, I think that we muttered about that. I think
Still on
other
the back
things came
burner.
higher on the priority list.
okay? And we did then on one last thing. We did notice our little spying friends, the Raven and the Owl again.
Yeah.
Who were spying on the group in the last few sort of days.
And they don't want to talk to us. That's really a pity.
So, anything else?
I think that's about
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to see what's of such interest out there. Nada. And I can tell. All right, so then, you can talk about what you guys wish to do with today. I think we last left off with you guys arriving back at the Barrowhead mission, and there was talk. Are you planning on? I don't remember. Did you leave young Adam with Dr. Ravencroft? I think he just.
Yes. Yes.
No, but
So
I thought because the thing is
the
that
idea was he should stay there because we couldn't keep him safe.
I
Because
don't
if
think we've actually taken him yet, though, have we?
no, I don't think
I
you've-
was taking him back, I think.
Yeah, I
we
don't think it's
literally
happened yet
just about
because
to
you
take
didn't.
him.
You didn't
Oh, yeah,
know about
okay.
Trevor and the Paridar International until
Oh, yeah, okay.
that evening was when you guys were leaving to go meet up with Dr. Ursprung again. Father Hezekiah had finished up with all his things, so I think we're. And remember that evenings in the Barrowhead district can be a little dicey. Do you plan on taking him there tonight, or do you plan on taking him there tomorrow morning? So I have a sense of what is going on in the evening while the Fang Dragon gets ready to attack. I mean, there's no Fang Dragon.
I
was
was going to
gonna-
do it during the night, I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask if Sally would be kind enough to take him, because I think I'd be too conspicuous.
Now, the good thing is that Sally's very good at guiding the group and being stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
She's recently become better at it.
So then, what time
So,
are you thinking, Sally, of taking young Adam to Dr. Raycroft's?
Once the streets are less,
Has
died
Sally
down,
met
it's good
Dr.
and dark.
Has Sally met him yet? Because it'll be dark already by the time, because Basil only got to the place later in the afternoon, I believe. So, are you planning on going after dinner?
Yeah, I think just to keep it as at least busy as possible.
Okay. And is everyone going with you, or because I'm trying to remember if Sally's met Dr. Raycroft before, or I don't know if at the table she's met him yet, but she may very well have a connection otherwise.
I can't remember.
I don't know if
If
anyone.
somebody wants to come with me.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
anyone.
think so Basil has met him because I think that in the very beginning, I was with Adam when we were talking to him about the schoolfather thing. So that was
Okay.
just very, very much in the beginning.
Sure about Sally? I can't remember.
No, I'm not. I don't think so.
Well, if Basil
So
would
maybe
be kind
somebody
enough,
should come with
maybe
me.
Basil could go with Sally.
Yeah. Okay. I think I could sneak behind you. So
Okay. So how does Adam explain it to Adam Jr. or Adam the Younger?
Yeah, I'm gonna take him to one side, a little bed, put him down on a little bed and sort of kneel down in front of him, and say, you know, us two, we're very special. You know, we're very different from everybody else. You know that. There are people in the city that are saying bad things and nasty things about us, and especially about me. And I don't want you to get involved in this. I don't want you to get caught up in it. You've had a tough young life. So I was hoping you would agree to go with my friends Sally and Basil, and just stay with one of my close friends for now. Your uncle Raycroft. Just while these people that are speaking horribly about us, until they go away, until we can deal with the situation. What would you think about staying with Uncle Raycroft?
Why don't you give us a
diplomacy or
diplomacy, I think. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to hero point that, or are you comfortable with that?
No, I'm going to try again.
Okay. So, in spite of his young age, he seems to see the wisdom in what you're saying. And you know what? Just because we started at 11:30, and because I always like that last hour, you guys sort of lose out. I'm going to start giving at the top of the hour so that you guys will get the full thing. So everyone gets a hero point right now. Oh, and just as an aside, one thing I fucked up yesterday, I had clearly hero points in mind. There's no cap to bennies. You can get as many bennies as you want.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was looking through the book. I'm like, is this something I just imposed on this game? And yeah, apparently just starting to bleed into one another. So, but what he says is he sort of he seems to clearly understand your reasons. He's like, I'm to stay with Uncle Aid then.
Yeah, Uncle Aid. Yeah. Hopefully it won't be for very long. I certainly have plenty of work for you around the place, so you will be sadly missed. But I don't want you to get involved in this trouble. Not after us finding each other, and you know, it's important that we keep you safe.
It's not forever.
Oh no, I assure you not. And if you don't mind, I will hop in and check on you.
No, I'd like that. All right. And I'll be on my best behavior.
Oh, yeah. I hope you will.
He laughs and he's quite happy to go with Sally and Basil. So, let's see here. Quite allies. Okay, so I think Basil is quite good at stealth himself as well. That's definitely helpful for Dr. Ursprung, who is whatever the opposite of a sneak thief is.
Stealthily challenged.
Yeah. He has all the subtlety of a teetering pile of, metal pans. It might. I'll leave it to Basil as to whether. Basil, what is your total bonus to stealth?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, and the answer is 11.
11. Sally, how are you?
14.
Okay, so what that would mean is, I guess you guys are rolling against. You're rolling with a plus 11 for the group. Are you an expert in stealth, Basil?
No, I'm just trained.
Just trained, okay. Yeah.
So we could follow the expert. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be. I think I would just be then expert as well. So I would get.
I think
13.
it's one less. Let me just double check here. Because he's the lowest one. It has been a while since we've been in encounter mode.
Got that quiet allies that James put up there.
Okay, here we go. Playing the game, here we go. Encounter mode. Not that, we need exploration, here we go. I say encounter, I mean exploration. Alright. When following the expert, you match their tactics, blah, blah, blah. Thanks to the assistance, you can add your level as a proficiency bonus to the associated skill, even if you're untrained. Additionally, you gain a circumstance bonus to your check based on your allies. So you get +2 because Sally is an expert. So you would get the benefit of that. I think you're. So then you guys are rolling with a +13 if you're using quiet allies.
Okay.
Okay. So then I should make the roll. Yeah.
With a +2, please.
Yeah. So I would just bonus 2. Yeah,
Nice.
that's 21. Okay. I think we will. Yeah.
You're safe with that?
I think we should take that, or
Yeah.
it could be better, but who knows?
Okay. Now, bear with me a moment here. Double checking one thing. Got it. Okay. So then. Let's reorganize my stack here. Ugh. A healthy person would make that sound from moving books. Here we go. All right. Dr. Ersprung, what are you busying yourself with for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, he's busy making his little gadgets that he's now he's got a little bit of space and a sort of little workshop. He's started making some little creations recently.
Okay.
So he's making his little gadgets.
Okay. So you are busy at work on that. Here, let's see how long it takes. Why don't you give us a perception check, please? Just get a sense of how long it took you to notice that someone is banging at the door.
I was going to say it'd probably be Igor that noticed before me, but...
Oh, that could be it. Yeah. Why don't you make a perception check for... Oh, you're actually... Yeah, you know what? You're... so this is still like a day or so after you... the cleansing of the entire facility. So perhaps they are... you're still, in the midst of getting your apparatus kind of unpacked and set up, and from what I recall, no one else is staying here right now. Is that right, or is?
No, I think both Betty and Cyrus are sort of just coming in, working, and then going home again.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe the other doctor might be staying here because he's it's like a robot in the I guess.
He is likely only working here during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, jeepers, you're busy at work. Sorry, I've loaded myself with far too many pens. I'm making jokes about the teetering stack of pots, and I've got like 6 pens laid out that are slowly accumulating here, and my phone was sitting on top of those. Turns out that they're not an extremely stable surface to be working on. So let's move over to your office here. There we go. Okay, and you can hear a coo 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. You're upstairs collecting another, or maybe it's you and Igor who are collecting another case. Coo, 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 coo. Something is at the door.
Yeah, I'll go and investigate what's going on. So.
Okay. Do you? I don't picture there being like a speakeasy kind of little thing here. Do you look out a window, or do you...
I'll probably just open the door.
Okay.
It's pretty welcoming.
Would you kindly click on your token and click on initiative using your what do you call it? Using your perception, please. Let me see if I can get a illustration to fit here. Go. Nice roll. That's great.
Jesus.
Okay. Then. Thought I had loaded something here. Let's do this. Okay, I think I keep using this dude's face, but it's too good to not keep using. There we go. All right, and let me add turn, and I'll roll my initiative here. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be a 30. Nope. All right, so as the door swings open, what you find is a man standing there who has with him looks like a it's the kind of like big hammer that would be used for driving like bolts into a railroad, or like it's something for use of getting iron rivets and things like that into bridges and whatever else. He is extremely big. He's not quite as big as you, just because you're quite big, as the kids say, a big lad. But you are, he's definitely close to it. But what really kind of catches your eye is that there is a brand on his forehead that marks some of the... some of the markings that you saw left behind by Brother Loeb elsewhere in the clinic. And behind him, it looks like there's a group of 5 hooded figures who are carrying torches. And he is getting ready to bring that massive hammer down on you. You are faster and are able to react first. So you have 3 actions. What would you like to do?
So I can certainly see his intent to sort of strike me with this.
Very clear,
hammer.
yeah.
Yep. So I shall put Igor into action on the defense. So I'll give him 3 actions. Okay. So can I move him in?
You one action to move him into engagement with this. Let's see here. I'll call him. Here we go. The Disciple. Can you guys see it? Yes. There we go.
Try and take a strike at him.
Go right ahead. 20. It's actually not quite good enough. You want to hero point that?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay. Come on.
This is his first go.
23 is so close. Not quite good enough. Oh, you know what, though? He hasn't acted this round, so he's flat-footed, so actually that is good enough. He connects with him. First round of combat, he's flat-footed. Boom! You hit him. He staggers to the side. You still have one more action with Igor, and you have one more action yourself.
Yeah, it'll just take a second swing.
Okay.
Igor. No. And then my third action, I'm just going to sort of try and sort of flank with Igor, basically moving in.
I think you have to push past him to get... Because he's sort of taking up the doorway right now. You guys, from where you were... Right. Yeah.
I'll just get close enough that I can engage him next turn.
Okay. You don't have any weapon out right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you're definitely engaged close enough. You guys, you open the door, you're I'll
just grab my hammer then.
Okay, so you get your own hammer out.
Yeah.
All right. Then it is the disciple's turn. So he ooh. Okay. Brings that the hammer back. And let's see. Yeah, there's a big upswing with it, and he brings it towards you. Monster! That is a 28 against your AC.
I'm 21.
21, okay, so hit, not a crit. Then you take... Oh boy. 14 points of damage, and you are frightened 1. There is a unholy fervor behind what he's doing. That took 2 of his actions. His last... is to reach forward. You can see he's got that a twisted iron symbol in his hand hanging from some rough chains. Looks like they're made from different metals. This has been cobbled together. He's dressed very meagerly, and there is a searing heat to it. It matches the brand on his forehead, and he is going to try and brand you. Would you give us a fortitude save, please? Nice. And the DC... Yes, so that's a success. Which means... Oh, basic save, so you take half damage from this. And here we go. You're going to take... You'll take half of this. 5 points of damage from it. From where it burns you. And then that is it for him. You're up. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to give Igor again 3 actions. So
you're still at the doorway as well. So you're...
Yeah. So what I want is Igor to move round, so then we can get either side of him. So can Igor sort of...
You have to sort of draw him in first, because picture, like, the door is open, and this is happening right in the doorway.
Oh, it's literally in the doorway.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Like, he jumped on you as soon as you opened that door.
Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll take a couple of swings at him, and then I'm going to pull Igor back to see if he comes in.
Okay.
So, Igor take an attack.
That is not quite good enough, no.
Okay. He'll take a second try. Well, that's
one.
Definitely not.
No. Okay.
And then he's going to step back into the room.
Okay. He does not have any attacks of opportunity. Then what? You have one action yourself, Dr. Sprung.
So basically, I want Igor to be one stride or distance away from him, and I want to be on the other side of the door, one distance away.
Okay, so
he's got to choose. He's got to choose who to come for, and whoever he comes for.
Got it.
We're going to try and sort of surround him.
So he's also like whatever threats he's saying to are in, like, he is definitely someone who is from working class, or otherwise indigent. This is not someone who's like threatening you with.
I don't recognize him, do I? Other than just a general thug.
Ooh, you have to because he's got that brand on his thing. That's the thing that draws your attention, and that big fuck off hammer. You'd probably have to take a seek action to figure out if you recognize the guy.
If I've treated him or anything in the past, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then on the disciple's turn, he is most assuredly coming after you. Yeah! You can't escape, abomination! And he, once again, brings that... tries for that frightening thing. You can almost hear... Like, there's nothing special about this hammer of his. We can almost hear it screeching and howling as it comes in. Oh, that is a 44.
Jesus.
20, no, 34, not 44.
Well, that's still
I jumped 10 digits for no fucking reason. Is 34 crit or...
Yeah, I'm only 20.
Okay. So let's do this here. Look at that! Dog shit roll! 22 damage. And you are frightened too?
I don't know.
And that's it. That's all he can do. So Dr. Earthsprung, your turn. What are you doing?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna... So he's already engaged with me, isn't he? So I don't need to move or anything. So I'm gonna try and patch myself up without medicine. Okay. So I'm just gonna do a guaranteed assurance medicine.
I think because of the... so frightened goes down by 1 at the end of each round, I believe. But your hands right now are just trembling. There's every hit of this has instilled a fear in you. Frightened, you can put the condition on the top right if you haven't already.
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, okay. So I think it's already took the penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just got enough to do 20 DC.
Oh, nice. Okay, so in spite of it, you're going to do an auto?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Just about.
How much do you regain?
So it's 2d8 plus 10. So
nice.
Let me just do that. 2d8 plus 10. Oof.
Nice roll.
Jeez.
Showing me up here.
And then, now that he's engaging me, can Igor come in from behind and flank him?
Yep. So he want to stride in. He's now flanking him.
So his first attack. Not very good. And his second.
That one.
He's good with him.
Jeez. You're lucky I got my crit deck way up. And the place is a pain in the ass to get to.
Leave it up there.
All right. Then it is the disciple's turn. So he will spend 1 action to shout out, "Come in! Burn it all!" And his 5 allies kind of come running inside. Torches, getting ready to put your thing to the torch. And then he's going to try another one of those fearful blows. Your creations are nothing next to that of the heavenly host, demon. That is a 28. So not a crit.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm on 18 at the moment because of the frightened.
Are you?
Yeah. It didn't go down,
it went down by 1. It went down by 1, so I would have missed it by 1.
Oh, so I'm on 1. Yeah. Okay. So it's 19. Yeah. Sorry.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that frightened goes down by 1 at the end.
Yes, each round it drops 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So 19 I am. So.
19. Holy smokes! So the last second, you're patching yourself up, and you pull yourself back so you don't get the full force of it. 13 points of damage as he hits you, and you're once again frightened 1. Okay. Then it is. Let's see here. Top of the next round. Let's have Sally. We'll start with you. Sally, would you give me a D4 roll, please?
Sorry.
Are you apologizing for the result ahead of time? Okay. So then, top of the round, Dr. Earthsprung, what are you doing?
Well, Igor will go first.
That's 1 round till I come back, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, Igor's got to come into his own at some point, so he's going to attack from behind.
Okay.
Oh, still
Okay.
not doing it.
Attack number 2. Come on. Get that nat 20 going. Nat 1
Oh,
again.
Jesus Christ. It's on
Roll 20.
auto.
What are you trying to tell us here? Oh, my God. All right.
Yeah, I want to, as this is obviously going badly, I want to try and get inside his head. So can I try and work out who this guy is? Can I do a
Sure. Yeah. Seek check. So let's give us a perception roll, please.
perception? Yeah.
Check. I'll tell you the DC is. Let's see here.
Frightened one in ice.
DC will be 18.
Okay. Shall I try?
Can't quite make out who this is. I mean, his face is contorted in rage. There's a fresh brand on him, and he does seem to, again, want to hit you with and hurt you with a big piece of metal.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Earthsprung, it is the disciple's turn. He will... Let's see here. First, he's going to try and, once again, do that...
Have I lost the frightened now?
Yeah, you would have been at 1 during your turn. You're back down to 0, so he's going to try and hit you with that. Oh, I'm not rolling damage automatically. Come on, Madison, quit cheating. Let's see here. He swings that thing. This is an upswing this time. 30 on the nose.
That's a crit. Yeah.
Okay. $24 points of damage. Not a dog shit roll. You can feel a rib collapse. He hits you right kind of in the sternum. And he follows through with a second strike. That one is going to be a miss, I think. 17 is a miss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be your frightened 1 once again.
Okay.
Yeah. You should not have turned on Loeb. Now, Basil, would you give us a D4 roll, please?
Oh, yeah.
High is better in this case. Oh, come on. I will let you spend a hero point to re-roll that if you like.
Yeah, I would like to. Come
Okay.
on. I mean, it can't be worse. I mean, that's for sure.
Sorry, Sally, I should have given the option. There you go. So what you guys can see is Sally and Basil, you are just arriving back. This round is a, we're going to say you guys are about 60 feet away from the door. You can see the door is open. You can see the flickering of torches within, and you don't remember leaving torches lit inside here. And you can hear shouting, the ringing of metal, and Dr. Earthsprung screaming out in pain. So, would you each click on your token, please, and roll initiative using perception? And while you do so, nice. And Basil, you need to roll initiative though. You just rolled a perception check.
Oh, yeah, I clicked on my
Click your token, and you did click on the skill, just not the initiative, which is my roundabout way of letting you try for a better than 15.
Yeah, that was my idea. I just do it wrong, and then I have a second.
Exactly.
Second thing. So this was. So let me.
Okay, now both of you
work out.
Both of you could spend hero points to reroll initiative if you like. You can see where you fit on the initiative ladder right now.
Yeah, I'll give it another go.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sally's legendary perception.
My lack of perception is doing its best.
Come on, here we go. 17.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, come on. I have 1 hero point to lose, so I will just try again.
Okay.
And I don't know. It seems. So maybe.
Here you go. Come on. Big money. 29. There you go. Excellent. All right. So let's put in descending order. So then, Dr. Earthsprung, you are up first, and you're not aware of your allies' pending arrival as of yet.
No, I shall be encouraging Igor to try and land a hit for once. On this.
Now, hold on. Let me, before you roll, I want to point out one thing. With a use, I believe, of athletics. Where is it here? Skills.
That's already a bad.
Athletics has
word.
a trained action for Igor. A disarm is an attack with only one on a success. The weaken the opponent's grasp on the item. And then any other attempts to disarm the opponent gain +2 bonus. On a critical success, you knock it out of the opponent's grasp, and it falls to the ground in the opponent's space.
Do I know what I need to get?
So it's just it's opposed by the reflex DC. This guy does seem pretty freaking tough, but he does seem pretty slow.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's certainly worth a try. I mean, he's not got the best athletics.
Okay.
Oh, Igor, but the guy might not have a very good save either. Yeah. So he'll take a swing with his.
Try and batter
hammer.
that hammer out of the way. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's athletics. Igor, 16.
So that's not even flat-footed. It's close, but it's not quite good enough.
Okay.
And you don't have any. Oh, you know.
Yeah, he's only got +6.
Yeah, it should be his athletics. If he's trained in athletics, it should be the same as his melee attacks, I think.
He's only got +7 for his melee.
Okay, so that should be +7, so that's a 17 then.
Okay.
Let's see what is going. Oh, you know what I might have done.
Change that then.
Perfect. Yeah.
That's not enough though, is it? 17.
Not quite. No. Let's see here. 4, 5, 6. So I'm trying to count up his bonus to hit. He's 5th level. He's trained in it, which should be 7 +4. He should have +11 to hit by my math.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I don't think he's got the train thing. I don't think that.
let's
applied.
very quickly take a look at this, because he may be fighting with a bit of a one-arm time behind his back, as it were.
Sure, checked the rule, but when I leveled him up, but
yeah,
maybe it's the train bit because it applies it to our characters.
He's definitely trained in it, which means he would have the training proficiency, which is +2. He would also have his strength, which is +4. That's 6, plus his level 5, so +11.
Oh right, so I've definitely done it wrong then.
Yeah.
Let me change all that.
Well, I think is the NPC sheets aren't quite they don't do the auto calculating the way the others do.
No.
But yeah, he should have 11 plus 11 to that, and his athletics likewise should be, because he's trained in them. I think we haven't updated his skills since 1st level, so his skills should be for acrobatics. Yeah, actually, acrobatics should be 11 as well. 11 in acrobatics, 11 in athletics. He should have 5 in intimidation.
Right.
And his perception should be... I'm trying to tell him, Anna. His perception should be a 9, actually.
So stealth and survival will be 5 as well. Okay.
Is he trained in stealth and survival?
He's got +2 on the sheet.
Oh, if he's got +2 in the sheet, then he would have... stealth is dexterity based. Your stealth should be 11. Survival is wisdom based, so that should be a 9.
Stealth should be 9.
All right. And... yeah. So why don't we try that again? Why don't you give us your athletics check at the proper score? now.
Okay. Oh, after all that, I've got +1.
All right, so you swing at him, and it's not, honestly, it's so close to it. It's not quite good enough. That was only his first action. Igor has 2 more actions, and Dr. Earthsprung has 1.
That still counts as
An attack.
yeah. Though, doesn't it? So, yeah.
He could try and disarm again. It would be at -5, though, just like his other attacks.
Yeah.
Your call. What do you want to do?
No, it'll try it again. Seems.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna.
So be
he's
athletics at
bound to roll a
-5. There you go.
So
It hits it. It has loosened it.
No. That's got. You got to take the -5 off for that because it hasn't got a second.
Okay, so 15. That is unfortunately not quite good enough. Igor has 1 more action.
Can he try and grapple him?
Yeah, but that's also an athletics attack, and needs to be a -10 now because it's the third attack.
Disabling him. I just can't take the heat away from Adam really because he's obsessed.
He definitely has his attention focused on you.
Yeah. In that case, he's just gonna take a 3rd swing and hope for a crit.
Okay, come on. Not far. All right, then it is. Dr. Earthsprung, you have 1 action yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty scared of this guy at this point, so he's going to try and back away from him.
Okay.
Just to get a bit of distance, just to slow him down.
So you move your full distance to you scramble away from this guy. Yep. Basil, you're up next.
Ooh, yeah, so I see that someone maybe broke in or something, so I think I would run there.
Okay. What's your speed?
It's 25, I suppose.
So they get 3 actions to get inside then.
Yeah, so, but could I see something at if I only did 2
If you did
strides?
2, what you could see is one of those robed figures with the torches. Let me just get them set up here. If I've got. We use these guys for our robed figures. That's more of a tomb robber than is a robed figure, but it'll work. And let me just get the 8 points for this guy. Okay.
So how far so I can only see the roped figure. I couldn't no.
You can see at least one of them, and from the flickering flames, it looks like there are more that have made their way elsewhere in the thing.
Then I maybe just go for a bit of luck and shout like, "Police, don't move!"
Okay. The Paridar Constabulary.
Yes.
There we go. And
You are under arrest.
sure, so give us an. I think it's a bluff check then, please.
Yeah.
Or deception, isn't
yeah.
it? Deception.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see right there.
Yeah, 27. I can
Nice.
see through that.
Okay, so that's actually a crit. So the other one will be fully. I think it's. I'm gonna, because it's really, you're using deception to scare them. I'm just gonna use the impact of a whatever the intimidation action is called.
Demoralize.
Demoralize. Thank you. Okay, so then he is demoralize, frightened too. It's going around, guys. All right, so I want to put. Let's see here. Let's hear cowardice. Yellow. He's yellow. Okay, then it is the disciple's turn. He has heard... Oh, you know, he would have heard you as well. Let's see. He does not give two shits about that. I think he's going to spend one action seeking to see who is it, and look back at you. And you see precisely, once he turns his head, you see precisely what Dr. Earthstrong saw before, with that fresh, bloody branding on his forehead. And he just, yeah!
So I can see him now. So
you can see him, but then he chases after Dr. Earthsprung.
Yeah.
And then he'll only be able to make a regular attack. He doesn't make the frightening attack this time. You cannot escape, monster! Oh, maybe you can. Nat 1. Your desk is splintered as he tries to bring that hammer down. Sally, what are you doing?
Well, I'll sprint forward. So I guess it'll take me...
What is your movement?
40.
40, yeah. 2 strides to be inside, and if you want to, engage with either the robed figure or the disciple.
I'll go hit the disciple just to get things off to a good start.
All right, so you are flanking the disciple right now?
And so I'll use my flurry of blows, and let's give it a go.
There we go. Go ahead to your first attack.
And do I do any... well, you're just automatically...
Yeah, I'll adjust to it because for the flat-footed. That is close, but not quite. Do you want to hero point that?
Yeah, I'll hero point that.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
Come on. Yes, that is a
There you
hit,
are.
not a
That's
crit.
more like it.
Okay.
So that's 11.
Ah!
And I'll hit him again.
Nice. Hit, not a crit. Okay. So look at the nice shot. All right. Good start to it. Then the others. That terrified one is going to actually cowardly run up and try and hit Sally with that torch of his. He's on a mission for God. Hits you. You take 11 points of damage. Sally.
Oh, he hit me?
So he had, yeah, I rolled a 29. I'm assuming that hits.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't bother to check with the... I didn't think it was a crit, but... and
so
then,
11 points, okay.
Yeah, and that's 1, and then he tries to get you a second time here. Fucking nat 20. That is 5... 13 more damage. So he's just waving and battering that thing in. The others are elsewhere. 2 are heading downstairs. 2 are in the kitchen with Dinah and starting to set fire to things. Then we're at top of the round. Dr. Earthsprung, what are you doing?
First things first, I shall try and disarm him once again.
Okay.
With Igor.
With the proper full bonus.
Yeah.
Here we go. That is... You've loosened his grip on it. So you will have +2 to your next disarm attempt.
And I'll get -2 for the second attempt anyway, won't I? So
you would get -5 on the second attempt. So it would be a net -3.
Yeah. Well, you try again.
Is Igor flanking with Sally, by the way?
Yeah, but that affects his defenses, doesn't affect his bonuses.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, he is. Nice! Even with a -3, the hammer skitters out of his hand and drops to the ground. Clang! Igor still has 1 more action.
Yeah, I was just...
Are you grabbing the hammer?
No, I was just looking at Syrian Restoration, what the range on that was.
I think adjacent.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, Adam, seeing that hammer coming away, he's going to run over so that Igor can heal me and Sally, basically, with a Searing Restoration.
So I think Igor would have had to have spent one of his 3 to stride, though, because remember, you moved away, he chased after you, Sally came running in, and then Igor would have had to run in to do his 2 things. So you got one more action, though, Dr. Armstrong. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, and his fright is gone.
Physician, heal thyself.
Yeah, I can't. I've already done that. You can only do that once.
Do you do any
minutes.
potions? Or restoratives?
I have got my my gadget. My armor plating, which gives me temporary 10 hit points. So can I deploy that?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So you have 10 hit points. Here, I'll give you a blue bar for that. There you go. All right. Then it is Basil's turn.
I think I have to stride one more time to get a... Or do I have a clear shot now at this disciple?
What you can see is you can hear people fussing around in the kitchen to the right, in the direction where the kitchen or the offices are. To the left is where Sally is. That guy and that one has run up on her and has been burning his torch into her. He is 1 stride away. It's probably 2 strides to get to whoever's in the office.
Yeah, I would just hope that I could move with 1 stride in a position where I could shoot at this disciple guy, because even if he doesn't have a hammer right now.
Oh, the disciple. Yes, you can see the disciple quite clearly.
Yeah, because I think if he grabs the hammer again and it's still close to him, it's
a shame. Carl couldn't make it today. This is a perfect gunslinger shot to like zing the weapon away. Yeah. I think Basil is not that good, but maybe I could shoot someone in the back because that's a very heroic thing to do. Okay.
And so I would use then my strategic abilities to devise a strategy.
Okay. See how
and
it goes.
I mean, it would be easier if I just roll the attack. Because
because you're going to apply it towards it anyway, right? Yeah, that's fine.
So the only difference is then I get a +1 to the attack because I use my intelligence bonus.
Nice.
Instead of the other one. So where is my... there is the pistol, yes.
Go.
Let's see.
Nat 20, baby! Look at that! Holy smokes! And then roll your, what do you call it? Your precision damage.
That's a good smack.
Holy Dinah! Look at this. Huge hit.
Jesus.
So, Adam, Igor has managed to knock that thing out of his hands. You deploy your armor, and then you see this single shot burst through this guy's chest, and he turns and looks back at Basil, smoking pistol in his hand. I think that was only 1 action for Basil, though.
Yeah, so I would spend the next action reloading my pistol.
Okay.
And then there's still 1 action left, I suppose, if everything is fine.
Do you shoot him again, or do you shoot the one that's on
Sally? I would shoot him again, hoping that, I would never roll that good again, but nevertheless.
Okay, so let's see. Number 2. So that one is not quite good enough. Still a good shot, not quite good enough.
Yeah.
All right, and
so I don't know if it does matter, but he will be flat-footed for Sally because of this strategic.
Will he be flat-footed for Sally? Range attacks, you don't get the flat-footed bonus.
No, but because of the strategic. So I can.
Oh, he's already flat-footed though, because of flanking.
Yeah, then I said it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
Just,
Can't get more flat-footed. All right, so then Disciple's turn. Oh boy. He is going to grab that hammer of his as his first action, and he will blood coming from his lips. He says, "You can't stop the Lord's work," and he brings that hammer up and around to try and hit Adam once again with his terrifying strike. That's a total of 22. Does that hit you, Adam?
Yeah, 20 is mine.
Okay. Not a crit, though. 17 points of damage. Your armor shatters under the weight of this thing, but that definitely seems to be the thing that keeps you upright. That is it for him. Sally, what are you doing? You have a very, shall we say, enthusiastic fire juggler next to you. And
yeah, I think I'm going to. This guy's very keen on his god, so I think I'll send him to meet him.
Sounds good. He's flat-footed against you. Hi, you know. And it says hi.
I'm going to rely on somebody taking down the disciple before he gets another go.
That is close, but he batters it aside. And your second attack?
Okay. And the second one.
I'm assuming you're opening up with a flurry. That one is a hit, yes. And what does it look like as he... Well, what you know, because he isn't going to live through this. You're still... Did you... You know, you're not in your tiger stance. This is just your regular hit.
Yep.
So I think you see... You swing in the first time, you hit his... like his arm, and you see like there's just... If there is any nerve kind of endings that you're trying to go for there, it's not doing anything. You see as he turns, he's got an opening in his neck. So there's a like cobra-like strike from Sally going in and boom, open palming it right near the base of the skull. You hear a sickening crack, and he just drops down limp and dead. You have two more actions. Sally, what are you doing?
I shall, at that point, go into my tiger stance.
Okay.
And I'll put up my water shield for all that it's worth with a bit of a spinny bit to face this other goon.
All right. Then it is Goon o'clock. So this one is... Well, I should put this aside now. While the falling of his ally would probably distract him once he notices it, he's been quite successful at holding this torch up against you, so he's going to keep trying to do that for the time being. Does a 22 hit you?
No.
Okay, so he swings in at you. Now you got your defenses. Oh, you got your water shield up too. And
25 with that up.
25. All right, so my follow-up is a 24, which is not good enough.
Oh, that shield was worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And the final one, yeah, so he is just and trying to put the, set fire to stuff.
So does my water shield put his fire out?
No, unfortunately not.
Because he must have hit my shield.
Yeah, it did. But it's hardened in order to give the protections, I think. That is part of your, aquatic magic. You can hear smashing and crashing from the other rooms as the other two are up to no good. And then it is Dr. Ursprung's turn. So, okay. Dr. Ursprung, well, get rid of that blue bar for you. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah. So I'm going to get Igor to do his 3 actions. He's going to run over to where me and Sally are.
Okay.
And he's going to use his Searing Restoration.
Go ahead.
So that's 3d10 of healing.
Now, do you have to make a roll for that, for Searing Restoration?
No, it's... you need to make a roll to see if it breaks, I think.
Yeah, if you can click on it, because I think it's one of the ones that has the unstable thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it goes off, but...
Let's see. It is. Got
To
some
do a
gear.
crafting check, I think.
Actually, I think it's just a flat check. I think it's just a random
is it?
chance of the
Okay.
unstable thing going. Let me find it. Here we go. Unstable. DC 17. So just make a D20 roll. On a 17 or higher, it keeps functioning.
No.
Okay, so it fails in a spectacular, though harmless fashion. Belch of smoke, shower of sparks, and it becomes incapable of being used for further unstable actions. So any other unstable actions are
Yeah, so I've
not
got
usable to
basically
you for
repair
him. But the healing does happen. So 19 points of healing. That's awesome.
it. Yeah.
That's for you as well, Sally.
All right. That's nice. Why, thank you.
So that's that. So he's moved and he's done that. So he's got one move left. Or
Do
one
you have
action
something that allows it to target someone else? A feat of some kind? Because the ability at state, it says you or a living creature adjacent to you regains it. So it does seem to be one target.
left. Oh, was it only one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was everyone adjacent.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, so it'll be me, just me then, I think.
Yeah.
okay.
Easy come, easy go,
Yeah.
Sally.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so depending on how many actions you gave Igor, it may have one more, or and you have one more, or Dr. Ursprung may have two more.
No, I'll just give Igor 2 then, and then I'll move over and I'll just try and patch up Sally myself.
Oh, nice. Battle medicine.
Yeah.
Are you doing
So-
the standard?
Yeah,
amount?
I'm just going to do 2d8 plus 10.
Okay. Nice.
17.
So you gain 17 back now, Sally.
Thank you.
Then
me.
it is
Me
Basil's turn. What are you doing, Basil?
So I think they can take care of the one that's left there alone.
Okay.
So you said there was someone in the kitchen, and that would be maybe the closest.
In the kitchen or offices, one in that direction.
Yeah.
There's like a hallway leading down to.
So and will it take me 2 or 1 action to get there?
one action to get to the junction that where you can tell whether it's the kitchen or the offices.
Okay. Yeah. So then I will go there.
It's in the offices, in the like where they're seeing patients. One more action to
Okay.
get to them.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, then use the second action to get to them.
Okay. You can see the two of them are like knocking over all the like medical supplies that have been set up by Dr. Ursprung and Dr. Risewell.
Okay.
They seem
Then I
oblivious to
should-
you.
They don't see me. Well, that is kind of an invitation, maybe. So although so sneak would be another action to get to them. So if I charge, then it would be, I wouldn't.
So it would have taken you
Yes.
2 actions to get to where they are right now. You have 1 action left, and they seem
Yeah,
unaware.
yeah.
You don't need to make a sneak check. They are so caught up in whatever they're doing, they would be effectively flat-footed against any attack if that's what you wanted to do. Or you could
Yeah.
move away, and they would be none the wiser.
Yeah, I think I have to reload first. That's the problem. Otherwise, yeah.
So you could make a sneak to avoid. Right now, they're just not paying attention. What sneak would be is it would set a challenge for them to actually see you if they went looking.
Yeah, I think I would just no. I think I will switch my weapon. So basically, drop the gun and let them hear me. I mean, and I have the short sword, so
Okay.
let's fight.
So you clatter and you drop to the ground. They both kind of look around, and by robes too. These are not like properly made, properly fitting things. It's sacks that have been, sackcloth has been stitched together to form a kind of like, the kind of thing that like a homeless person might put together with the available things they could scrounge. Your last action is to draw your dagger or whatever.
No, it's a short sword. Yeah.
Short sword, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I just look mean and scruffy. So come
All
on.
right. So, Ms. Dumaire, you just heard a kind of a belch and explosion, a belch of smoke and an explosion from behind you. And Dr. Ursprung has dealt with 1 wound on you. You have 3 actions. What are you doing?
I have this annoying man in front of me.
You do.
Let's solve that. Let's
Whew. Yeah, that's a crit. So 10, and I think he takes persisting bleed, doesn't he? Because your tiger stance?
He does.
Okay.
And let's hit him again.
Okay. See if he's going to be around to worry about that. Now,
Oh!
one. Now, we are 4 minutes past 1 o'clock, which means at 1 o'clock you should have gained a hero point. Everyone would have gained a hero point. So, because of my sloppy timekeeping, you still could spend that hero point to reroll.
I shall indeed.
Okay.
Sally doesn't want
It
to
would
have
be
such
nothing
thing.
but rude to make a Ms. Dumer punish because of my tardiness. Now, that is, once again, a hit, but not a crit. So 13, but look at this, though. Schwack! You have 2 more actions, assuming those were your flurries.
I will hit him again.
Nice, we're pulling a Dumer. Here we go. 17 is off by 1. You have 1 more action.
Nope.
There we go. 19, that is a hit, though. And I'm pretty sure he is my initiative tracker, so what I'll do is just make him teeny. Boo. What does it look like as Sally takes him down in this flurry of...
I spin round and backslap him. Okay. You horrid man!
Schwack!
And, and send him skittering across the floor.
Nice thwump. He hits the ground, and you can see the torch falls and skitters over as well. Then it is their turn. All right, so they've seen you, Basil. They spend a free action to do that kind of like look at one another, and then run forward. So it was 1 stride to get in, and then let's see here. Basil, does a 20 hit you?
Nope.
Nice. Miss of the first one. How about a 24?
That hits, yeah.
That hits. All right. You take... here, actually, I can put it... I'll run chat. You take 8 plus 4. 7 points damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the follow-ups, 20 does not hit you. A 20 does not hit you. All right, so they're swinging at you, but you get clarked by 1, but then you get the measure of their fighting ability. Something else is happening down below. Dr. Ersprung, what are you doing?
First thing I'm going to do is give 3 actions to Igor, and I'm going to command him to go and find Basil and help him.
Okay,
So protect him.
1 action to run over to the junction where he sees Basil engage with 2 of these things. It would be a second to go in and flank one of them.
Yep. And then he'll make an attack if he's got...
There you go,
his
percussive
last action.
sedation. Nat 1, you want to hero point that?
I will, indeed.
Just dispensing. It's like error message. What is it? 404 error?
Yeah.
No one there.
Does not compute.
All right, so you go in, but Basil, you now have Igor flanking this thing. Dr. Ersprung, you have 1 more action.
Yeah. There's none in this room now. The other 2 have gone to another room, haven't they?
You're not sure where they've gone.
Okay. Can I try and sort of seek them out?
Yeah, give us a seek 404 mook not found. Exactly. Give us a perception check.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
You can hear them shouting at one another in the basement.
Yeah, so I shall communicate that to Sally.
Okay.
There's more in the basement.
Basil, you're flanking 1 thanks to your trusty steel sidekick.
Yeah, I think then I use the strategy to shoot him in the foot or something like that.
Well, you got to reload first.
No,
you dropped your gun.
I did not shoot him. I stab him in the foot.
Stab in the foot. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, that would be. No, my gun is on the ground, I suppose.
Yeah.
So no, I will stab him.
What was I reading? It's Savage Worlds. Savage Worlds has an optional rule where if you critically fail on something, you can spend a Benny and then roll again. And if you succeed on it the second time, it's your accident is what makes it succeed. So it's like knocking a gun out of your hand, but it falls and it shoots the enemy. It's really funny. Okay, so go ahead.
I will try. Let's see. So, 17 shouldn't be enough, I suppose.
No, flat-footed, that is good enough.
Ooh.
These guys aren't all that tough. All right, so you get one. Oh, you hack at his foot. You have 2 more actions. Your stratagem, didn't you?
Yeah, I will do 8 more damage.
8 more damage, excellent. So you got a vicious gouge on his leg. You have 2 more actions.
So I would just, I basically hit him again.
Yep.
So come on. What could go wrong there? Yeah, that could go wrong.
That could go wrong. You want to hero point that?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
So let's see.
Come on.
Yeah,
that is good enough. Yep. You have 1 more action.
More. Yeah. So he's still standing. That is unfortunate. Maybe I would just try to.
That?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Not another attack. Because I think I don't have another action. I think I used my strategic strike, which is 2 actions, and then another attack. So that's all my 3 actions.
The stratagem doesn't include the attack?
No.
Oh, okay. Yep, then there we go. All right, Ms. Dumaire. Dr. Earthsprung has just turned to you and said, they're downstairs.
I will rush downstairs then, 40 feet.
Okay, so I think it would take you... I think it'll take you all 3 to get to where the stairs are, get down the stairs, and be able to see. Remember, there's that, like, creepy... There's the initial area, then there's that creepy hallway that led into what was the ritual space where that demon was. That's where they seem to be. So it's going to be 1 more stride for you, another 45 feet or 40 feet in order to get into melee with them. Then the ones that we're facing here, let's do 1 attack on Igor. I mean, you know what? You're the one who is threatening it, so I think that, unfortunately, Basil, this one's coming your way. 19 is not going to hit, though, I don't think. Basil, 19, 18, no. So one of them, Basil, is swinging this club at, or the burning brand at you. And you're just deking and weaving out of the way. It's hitting the floor. Sparks are flying up from where it hits. And then the other one is going to try and take down the metal man. So he's flanking Igor as 1 action, and then does a 24 hit Igor?
Yeah, 21 is.
21 is AC, okay. And then, so Igor takes 8 points of damage.
Okay.
In his final attack, there's no way that hits. The ones down below, they're talking to one another. Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. Find it. We need it. Dr. Earthsprung, what are you doing?
I'm going to spend my 3 actions following Sally. Okay. And because Igor's now an expert construct, he gets 1 free action.
Nice. Okay, so first with Dr. Earthsprung, what is your
20
speed?
Movement. Yeah, he's only 20.
So you sort of Herman Munster your way after Sally. You get to the top of the stairs, and you can hear her at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I'm just going as fast as I can.
And then go ahead and make your attack with... I'm assuming that's what Igor's doing?
Yeah, Igor's just going to attack.
The one that's attacking him that has less... or that it has not been injured, or the one that Basil's softened up?
He'll try and finish off the wounded one.
Finished he is. He hits him, and he just is driven to the ground like a wet sack of flesh, and does not get up again. Then it is Basil's turn. What are you doing, Basil?
Yeah, there's still 1 left, so maybe could devise a strategy to hit him again.
Okay.
That is always a good idea, I suppose.
I like the idea of you'll look at him and we see your whiskers kind of, move back and forth as you're trying to calculate the right angle of attack.
Yeah, it's like, if you hit at this angle and then...
and that is good enough. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and roll your precision damage.
Yes. Yeah. 8 and another 5. So 13.
Good. Okay. Very good. So that's only 2 actions. You have 1 more.
Yeah. Then I will do a second strike. Okay. And that is maybe.
Oh, it's very close, though. Very, very close. All right. Then it is. Oh, and great damage. Then next up is Sally. You can see you are one stride away from engaging those other two.
I will stride in there and say, "Here it is," and smack one of them.
Nice. You're racing up, and then kind of turns around and sees you. Maybe your lights flash up as you're coming out of the shadows to freak him out. That is a hit, not a crit, but go ahead and roll. I'm assuming you're flurrying.
Yep. Here we go again.
Okay.
Oh, disappointing.
Okay. You still have one more action.
I will do another flurry.
Okay. Come on. So you connected.
Oh, this is very
shoot.
disappointing.
All right, and then it is their turn. All right, Ms. Dumaire.
Well, that's his second.
Oh, right, but you can't do your flurry of blows
yeah,
twice.
I can't
That's
do
only,
a third. Okay.
Yeah, it's only once per round. Okay, so then this one that you hit is going to swing wildly with its club or its brand. A 25. Does that hit you?
Sadly, yes.
Oh, no. Okay. You take 12 points of damage from that one. You do not agree with fire. The second one is for sure a miss. Third is a miss. And then the other guy, I think he's going to spend one to move into flanking. And then that's a miss with his first attack and a miss with the second attack. So you're sort of keeping them at bay even though they are trying to gang up on you. What they do say for free is, "You can't interfere with this work, you devil." Then it is Dr. Ursprung's turn. You hear that from downstairs. Dr. Ursprung, I think it would take you 2 actions to see them, to get to the bottom of the stairs, and then to see where they are.
Yeah, I'm going to try and engage them, so I'm going as fast as I can. So.
Yeah, so if you spend all 3 actions, you're going to run down and you'll be engaged with them as well.
Okay, I should do that.
Then Igor gets his free action.
Yep, he can take a swing at this one, can he?
Have you tried unplugging Igor and plugging him back in again? I don't know if that'll make a difference.
He hit last time.
Yeah, it's true. He killed a guy last time, so that's not...
Once I left him on his own.
That is with the flanking bonus. You ring this guy's bell. Basil, this guy just got clarked in the head by Igor.
Yeah, so I think now he has an opening, and that I'm going to use. So
yeah.
That's I think it's his shoulder, the left one. I'm pretty sure about that. So let's see.
Okay, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your precision damage.
Yeah, so that was 6 plus. And,
so he rings his bell. You see the opening, and your short sword slips in. That another body drops to the ground. Perhaps you look up at Igor and
yeah, we did good. My steamy friend.
Okay, so Basil, that was only 2 actions. You still have 1 more, and you can hear shouts of combat from below.
Yeah, I think I will go into this direction.
Okay, so you start racing off.
No, I think I won't. I actually will pick up my weapon because who knows?
Yeah. Okay, then it is Sally's turn. You got 2 ruffians trying to dry your skin.
Can I try and move around so that I'm facing one and not the other, so that I'm not flanked?
Yes, you absolutely can. You just have to spend a stride action to do that.
I'll do that.
And I'm assuming you're working it. We're going to picture you're working it in such a way so that Dr. Ursprung and you are flanking one of them.
Okay.
Okay. We'll say it's the injured guy.
I guess these guys don't have the ability to opportunity me anyway because that's Pathfinder. Because I've got a lovely skill for that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, don't you worry. There will be definitely adversaries you will face that have that ability. It's a nice kind of surprise of like, wait, what? In PF2, because it's not such a bog standard attack. But you still have 1 action to get yourself in a more advantageous position and away from one of them. You have 2 more actions, Sally. Yeah, that's a crit. So this is a hit that Basil hears upstairs. Just a perfect thing. And this guy is going to be seeing, if he lives, will be seeing stars for at least a week. You have a second attack as well, as part of your flurry.
Oh, he doesn't
And
live.
down he goes. So
I
you
can interfere, she shouts.
you still have one more action, but unfortunately you've moved away from that other guy.
Yep, so I'll just put my shield up
Ding.
with my last.
All right. Then on his turn, I'm going to make a will save for him. Because... Nope, Fanatic is still going at it. He looks back at you, Dr. Earthsprung, and he says, "The devil surgeon." 24, does that hit you?
Yep.
Everyone's critical of healthcare nowadays, eh? Jeez. 8 points of damage. And then that is a miss, and that would have been all his actions, because I think he was on the far side of Sally, so he would have had to stride to get in on you. Dr. Earthsprung, do you want to have a word with this patient?
I would like to have a word with him. A stern word. So he's going to
Two of these and call me.
He's gonna...
Yeah, that's
yeah.
What we call it, a right-braining. What? You hear a crunch of something in the guy's arm, his right arm.
That's going to need looking at.
Go ahead. You have 2 more actions.
I'm going to try one more. Oh, that's definitely not. And then I'm just going to try and intimidate him with my third action, I think.
Okay, now I think those do count as an attack, though. Hold on.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, let's double check, because I think we looked at that before and I thought it was an attack action, but let me double check.
No, I don't think so.
Don't think it is? Okay, hold on.
I put it up there. I don't know if that.
Let's see here. Oh, that's just your feet. No, it is not.
Yeah.
It is concentrate. I think. Yeah. Cam. Yes, go ahead. So give us an intimidate check. Let's be against his. All right. He is frightened 1. What is it you say that scares him so much?
Don't believe all that you're told. I am not a monster, but I will put an end to you if you challenge me.
Okay, nice. Then Igor has 1 action.
Yeah, he's just going to move. He can either attack or move. That's all he's allowed to do on his own. So
he's moving away from Basil.
Yeah, he's moving towards where he can hear the noise.
Okay.
From downstairs.
Then Basil, your turn. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I don't know how many strides I need to get there, but I would just use those.
What's your speed? 20 or 25?
25.
25. 50 gets you on the stairs from where you are. I think the final stride will get you like kind of almost on the cusp of getting into that room. So you're in the dark in the hallway of that room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough to say hi.
Exactly. Or to like sneak and hide if you want to. When the Brimerack suddenly bursts out of one of these corpses.
Yeah, that's
Sally, your turn. What are you doing?
I will stride forward
Yeah.
and say hello.
She speaks sign language. Shawak. That is a hit, not a crit. Go ahead. That is likewise a hit, and that is enough to take him out. What does it look like as he goes down?
You don't need to worry about the doctor. And down he goes.
When he drops down, sputtering and spitting up blood. Guys, that brings us to the end of that fracas. We are well past it, but why don't we take our mid-session break right now, and then we'll come back and see what you guys make of this. So we'll be back momentarily.
I mean, that was close. We almost needed a new Adam.
The doctor needs a doctor. Yeah, that was a bit messy.
They really don't like you.
I was going to say, infamy, they all got it in for me.
And they keep carrying around that beastly fire as well. Not fond of it.
The question is if one of them is alive, and even if that is the case, could they tell anything we would need to know?
They're pretty fanatical, but they might do.
Yeah, but I don't think they would know where the flesh warps are coming from, so to speak.
No, probably not. They just don't like them.
Sorry, guys, my groceries were just delivered. So I have coffee. I have coffee once again. All right, then. So.
Hopefully that'll cheer you up a bit so you stop trying to kill me.
I don't know what you're talking about. So with that down, I believe you are all down in that crypt right now. So the last of them has fallen. We can pick up our scene right from there. Oh, did we lose Ingolf?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just reconnecting.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right.
I don't know what happened here, but...
Yeah, we were just wondering if any of them are actually still alive, that we could try and interrogate them or not.
I don't think so. I think all these are fight to the death kind of situations.
Probably a bit fanatical.
You definitely could get a look at them better now then.
Yeah, let's take a look at... have the others got the branding that the disciple had?
They do not. That one seemed to be unique. What I'll say is, why don't you each give us... Let's have one person take the lead for perception, and the other two assist with it. So two will be rolling against DC 20, and then we'll, on success or crit, we'll apply. Who wants to take the lead on it?
This is your thing, isn't it, Basil?
Basil's probably the one here.
Yeah. I think that would be part of my investigation. I would just say that I think we can...
Well, this is something new. As your current investigation is about the... Or you can maintain a bunch, can't you?
Yeah, I can have two at the same time now.
Jesus.
Dr. Earthsprung. Oh my God,
No,
Cyrus!
Can anyone else see three Igors?
But I don't think I can beat Sally, but whatever. So let's see.
Well, actually, these are assisting. These are assisting you anyway.
Me's assisting you, so.
Yeah. But so that would be a 20, and with the assistance, it would be a 21, I suppose.
Well, I think that don't you get a penalty when there's a crit fail?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It gets minus one and net minus
so
one.
that's out.
Bloody massive hindrance.
Yeah. So it is actually it is a 20. Yeah.
20.
So Sally, you were so keen, but Adam distracted us. I don't know why.
Has anyone seen my teeth?
Yeah. Oh, am I stepping on the evidence?
So what you can tell, you, Basil, have an eye for faces, obviously, as part of your repertoire as a successful investigator. And not only do you recognize some of the faces, do you remember when you came here to the when this was still under the control of Brother Loeb, and Dr. Earthsprung made his sort of appearance, brought everyone out, including Brother Loeb? If we flashed back to that scene, what you would be able to now identify is this one great big guy standing behind Brother Loeb, who was angry and kind of like, threatening Dr. Earthsprung. That is who the disciple is. Mm-hmm. It appears that the maybe he or someone else has some rudimentary ability to work with metal because they've created a symbol very similar to what was used to summon the Brimarak. In the form of that thing, and then there's a chain that just does not quite fit properly that's been put around it. It appears that that thing was heated at some point and then pressed against his forehead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, that's basically one of the guys we met when we were first here and fought the Brimarak. And I think the other were some minions or one of Brother Loeb's flock. So, so it means there are only 40 of them left or so.
Yeah. But hopefully he's the last of the ringleaders. Maybe.
Yeah.
So one thing, Dr. Earthsprung, would you give us an occult or religion check? I'll adjust the target number based on which one. So you're thinking of that, like, that burning brand that he had on you too. Like, this guy was able to call on some kind of power. I think that was before Sally or Basil were here. The reason that's important is because, not just anybody can call on magic. In order to call on that kind of power, you need either have training in something similar to like a wizard, faith, or a connection to the primal elements, something in your bloodline, or connection with an otherworldly creature or being.
And
like
could
Golag.
I try and work out which one of those? Was it a faith type thing, or was it more of a magical thing?
Yeah, I mean, you rolled well enough. I think that this is more likely to be a connection kind of thing. This is more of a... it may be... the only thing you witnessed him doing was at least overt, was that burning brand he put on you, but there was something unnatural about, like, you could feel with every one of those heavy hits, he was breaking your resolve in a way. There was a terror you felt when facing him that was you've been in combat before. You feared for your life before. Each one of his blows seemed to impose something unnatural on you as well.
But do I think it's like an active thing, something that come from a connection with something that's still active rather than Brother Loeb and thing that's now gone? Is it any way of telling that? Or? Yeah,
I mean, well, one thing I can tell you is that your medicine can certainly tell. This is a, like, done this night or perhaps earlier today wound on his forehead. That is a very fresh wound.
So it's just been branded in some way.
And you can see, if you inspect it closely too, you can see there are flecks. No one damaged the symbol he was carrying in it. So although you're also a good judge of what is a quality of construction. This is like pig iron kind of cheap stuff that's been slapped together. It's not quite a perfect design on it. Clearly made by a craftsman more than an artist. And there are flecks of burned flesh still on it.
But none of the others have this branding.
No.
So it's just him.
They are all dressed similarly to how he is. And I think that they are... I will tell you, there is no money between any of them. There are a couple of small little keepsakes and whatnot, but no funds. These are people who are living hand to mouth. Their shoes, their clothes, all very worn down quite poorly.
So Brother Loeb's work continues, or his ideas continue somewhere, or similar.
Sally did overhear something.
They were looking for something. That's a good point. Apart from me, they were looking for something else as well. They were desperate to find it. So, while they obviously have something for you, Doctor, they were after. There's something hidden in this place. Maybe from before you took it over.
Yeah, did we take anything from Brother Loeb? I don't think we did.
There were, things down below that were. You know what? That's one thing you did not consider, I guess, is after his apparent taking of his own life, you guys inspected the room, but before you started converting, before Father Hezekiah went down there and blessed the place, and before you started setting up your laboratory down there, Dr. Earthsprung, I don't think you guys inspected that place to see if anything else was taken. You did find some stuff down there. There were some things, but I'm not sure there was a proper inspection done to see whether anything was taken before you guys gained access to it.
And obviously the father didn't flag up any sort of... He didn't detect anything of a magical nature or on the premises.
What he said is that he had cleansed it.
But just to be sure, I mean, could we just spend a minute or two to look for some kind of hidden cupboard or something where, like a secret door?
Yeah, is there any newly constructed wall or something, where the brickwork, someone's bricked something in or tried to hide something maybe?
Basil, you do a thorough inspection of this basement. And it's bricked up. I think we got an illustration for this, or a photo for this. Where are we here? Oh yeah, creepy basements. Love it. There we go. In one of the bits of broken mortar in the wall, Basil, there is something that... Now, hold on here. Now, before you take it out, it looks like it can take out. Is there anything you wish to do or anything you wish to examine?
I would certainly think that this is a trap. Or it is trapped in a way. Do any one of you know something about traps?
I should give him my my last gadget, my other little shield.
Oh, to protect him?
Yeah, this might help. I don't know. Can I link from the?
You should be able to. Oh, from the. What is it called?
Moderate ablative armor plating. It's that one there. Oh.
Moderate ablative armor. Okay. I'll put on modern.
Yeah. So
it's very fashionable.
Couldn't I just, I don't know, make a roll again for thievery if I know some mechanism or something?
No, absolutely. Yeah, you don't need to be a thief in PF2 to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Just in case it.
You need thieves' tools in order to successfully, disarm the stuff. But you can take a look. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, that would be... I think, actually, I activated that. If there was a trap, I found it.
You ask about the traps, and you get everyone to take a step back, and you carefully go in, and you push something, and then the whole thing just boom, it falls down. Would you give us a reflex save, please?
Yeah, for sure.
Let me check the difficulty class here. It's 24.
Oh, yeah, that is at least possible.
Okay.
But I didn't do it.
Oh, Basil.
Yeah, that's too bad.
You suffer one of the worst fates of any would-be thief.
Yeah, my fur is burned.
Embarrassment. It falls right on your tail.
Oh!
It turns out there is a concealed nook in there, but whoever placed it in, there is an actual brick, like a full brick that's placed in there that would otherwise have been carefully. You just happened to notice it was a lot looser than otherwise, and I think that you noticed that there was a bit of stuff that's been scraped away from inside. So you were hoping to carefully take it out. Fortunately, it is not trapped, but I think with a nat 1, this is when that brick hits the ground, it shatters. So if there's any hope at getting fingerprints or whatever else, you're going to have to, retain the services of Batman to reconstruct it. But looking
I
inside,
don't know who that is.
yeah, no. You do have dark vision though, so you look inside, and it looks like this would have been a alcove for that you could certainly have contained something. Your mind reels at the possibilities of like a chalice or a dagger or a book or some other kind of. You couldn't fit a sword or like something, big like armor or whatnot in here, but it's wide enough and narrow enough that you could certainly, and deep enough, even behind the size of the stone that was securing it, something else could have been secured in there.
Yeah, but it's gone.
It is empty right now.
Yeah. Whatever was in here is gone.
The looseness of this tells you that someone worked in. I think the thing that maybe got your attention as well is that it doesn't fit as flush as it did, which means that someone may have taken a chisel to it to unlock to open it. There may have been like a proper way of securing this thing in there so you would never notice it before.
Now this is intriguing, not? That the people who came to attack us didn't know this. So there must be a second person in play.
Yeah, well, we know about the, let's call it assisted suicide that Brother Loeb did. So,
whoever assisted him maybe also lifted the item.
I mean, we know already that he was kind of a front or a puppet for some organization behind him, and maybe they have taken theirs back.
Now, it would seem to me we need to, if we can find out who these people are, of course, the mystery itself, we need to redirect Father Loeb's crew against them. The enemy of my enemy being my friend and all.
Yeah, but we were explicitly warned not to bother with those people. So I think that is something Golak should wonder about.
You haven't heard any issues in the last couple of days, too? Like, there's been no other sign of discontent among Father Loeb's flock, and even amongst the 40 or so that were there. If there's 6 who are now dead, before you. How much deeper do you think his bench goes now, especially now that the force of his personality isn't there to unify them?
Yeah, I think that's maybe the most of them we got, but yeah.
Basil could certainly ask around, if you wanted to find out sort of what's happened to some of those people. That's certainly something you could do.
Yeah, I think all of this is just a distraction. We need to find out about the Adam Auch, so that's more important, I think. Because there is time is of the essence. We need to find out quickly, because if this story hits the news, then there will be new people coming for you.
Seems though we'll have to join the back of the queue.
What do you wish to do with these bodies then?
Well, we have the trusty gang who cleans up after us.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, Mr. Wolf. Yeah, we call Mr. Wolf. So no, but the last time we had people helping us at Golak's residence, and maybe I could just ask for their help again.
Okay.
Yeah. At least we wouldn't be getting anyone else involved.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we'll assume Golag is making the arrangements. Then what Sally and Basil can report is that Adam Auch was successfully delivered to Dr. Ravencroft's residence. Dr. Ersprung, you've already used battle medicine yourself, but do you wish to use any first aid on anybody?
Yeah, I should do it on everybody that I can. And I'll just use the assurance version. So let's do everyone else first.
If you get upstairs, you find that they have, unfortunately, trashed your at least one of your 2 surgeries. It'll take, if you wish to be open tomorrow for both, it's going to take a great, for the majority of the night to get the rest of that set up.
Yeah. Okay, Sally first, 15.
Nice.
And then Basil. And then myself.
Nice.
But Dr. Sanford was already gone?
He was. Everyone had gone for the evening, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping in the future to be able to get some beds and, people that are properly ill to be able to sort of stay overnight, but I haven't quite got it to that level yet, fortunately.
You also need bodyguards, Doctor.
Yeah, and body bags, I think. Body bags. That's really what we need here right now.
A big furnace.
So I think we really need to find out tomorrow about your origin. I don't think we could stop any of this.
So Sally will heal the rest of her hit point damage overnight with a night's sleep, but Dr. Earthsprung, you will need more attention.
Yeah, luckily I can do it every 10 minutes.
But you can only be the recipient of it every hour.
No, I've got continual recovery. So
oh, nice.
Every 10 minutes instead of an hour.
That's fantastic.
So it just speeds up the...
I love how feats work in PF2. I want to be better at this thing I do. Okay. Okay, so your second... Yeah, that's great. So, within... you could do, 6 in an hour. So go ahead and give your second healing. 22 again. Nice.
Yeah. Which is nearly enough.
Yeah, one more. You'll heal 5 overnight, which would leave you 1 down. You could eat. There's nothing to stop you from doing your final treatment and being ready before bed. Now, what do you guys think of the fact that, the timing of this attack in general? Does that concern you at all, or is there any
it ties in with the reporter, doesn't it?
And I wonder if did they notice us sneaking out? They knew to attack while you were alone? Or was that just pure bad luck?
How long after Sally and Basil left was it, roughly? Because they must have been on their way back.
About an hour after they left.
Yeah, so probably not.
Well, let me rephrase it. It was within the hour.
Yeah. So I think it's not, maybe it's a coincidence, maybe not, but I'm not so much bothered by these guys, because as strong as the one disciple was, the rest is maybe not so much of a threat. So we definitely know that there is 2 factions at work here. One is the one who tries to recreate flesh warps, but with lower precision, let me put it this way. So there is someone out here creating new persons, but failing in a way. So these seems to be experiments. And then there is someone with some kind of hatred, and who does the other stuff, and very eager to find out whether these are actually the same or different parties. Could be that, well, if someone wants to recreate what their master did, it might also be in their idea to destroy all the original works of the master. Not unheard of that someone wants to be the only one who can do such things.
Well, first thing tomorrow then we shall investigate, as I hope to.
Okay. They didn't break the door to get in, so you're fortunate that you're able to lock that up, and
I'll let him in.
You all get a solid night's sleep, so then everyone will be healed. And Dr. Osprey, I'm assuming you're going to apply your last healing. For Igor, though, you want to try and fix him up?
Yeah, I've just got to do a quick check to see if I can repair him. I haven't got assurance on that, so I'll have to do a crafting check.
Yeah, easy peasy. Okay, so he's back up to full, and his unsteady or unstable actions are available once again.
Okay.
Okay. Then, what do you guys wish to do tomorrow? So if you're... Oh, are you heading back to the office, or are you staying here? I suppose it'd be a different morning routine for you if you're staying here.
Yeah, I think we stay here, and we will definitely complain about everything, and there's no...
You get up in the morning, you realize, like, wait a minute, there's no Sylvan to make breakfast for all of us. What is going...
I'd expect Betty and Cyrus get there fairly early to help sort of set up in the morning, but they're going to be more than busy.
Yeah, I think that, you might, if one of the others thinks to ask Betty about breakfast, you may correct them, like, you would not. Mm-mm.
Is there water here?
Sorry?
Is the water here?
There's water here, yeah.
I need plenty of water.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get a good night's kip without a nice bit of water.
Oh, yeah.
I've got running water. I've got all the mod cons.
I'm trying to think of where you would...
I'll have a nap in your sink.
Yeah, really? Like, you have to splash yourself down without it being set up. I suppose that's one thing to put on the list of getting a place for Sally to go. You're going to have to sort of splash yourself down, Sally.
Yeah, this is...
Might be able to find an old bathtub.
I'm trying to think, because it was a workhouse, it was a union house before. So I'm trying to think if there would be I think like you'd have to bring a basin in. Probably in order to make it for her, and there wouldn't be the plumbing for a proper tub yet, but that's certainly something you could work on.
I'll
add it to the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but
basic
Sally,
amenities, Doctor. Basic amenities.
Isn't there a large puddle or something outside? I mean,
it's still summertime. All right. So then, fortunately, with you are able to get perhaps some fresh baking from somewhere nearby, or perhaps Betty brought everything in, expecting that you would not have anything here. So she sets up everything and gets the tea going. What is the plan for today, fellas? We're only about, I think, leading up to the weekend of the fundraiser as well.
Yeah. Where is the fundraiser? Is there a location? Is it here? Or where do we do?
It might be good to have people see what they're investing their money in, but I think the trip through Barrowhead might deter some investors. I believe it was, if you speak to it, I think, what's her name?
Mrs. Carrington?
No, I mean, Mrs. Carrington has a decent, but she works on a reporter's salary. I think that Ms. Lagrange is going to insist on hosting it at her place. Now that she had the late invite to participate in the thing, Sally, it may not be, surprise you to learn that Daphne has inserted herself into this and is now hosting the fundraiser for you with the assistance of Mrs. Carrington.
So I think I'd better go get some suitable outfit.
Okay. That sounds good. So it is probably, I think this is the Thursday before now. Is that right? Yeah. And then a Friday, it'll be Saturday morning is when Saturday is when the event will be. So you have 2 days of things to get ready. The articles, the interviews, I should say, with Dr. Ersprung and whatnot have already been published. Things are really kind of getting going. curiously, if I think Basil, maybe this is you in the morning at a news seller, and you page through cover to cover in the Paridar International's morning edition. No word of Dr. Earthsprung and his alleged offspring yet.
Yeah. That's the important thing. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are you guys intending on doing today? Sally's going shopping.
I'd like to go to the town hall to check the death records of engineers and doctors around the time of Dr. Raycroft coming across myself.
Okay.
So does the university or someone else have? Have they something like? I mean, that would be clerical magic, but whatever. I don't know that. Maybe there is no such distinction, like a magical healing or magical arts, where surgeons would also work or be educated.
Healing magics typically fall under the rubric of divine or primal magics.
If I wanted to find a person who would be able to learn the skills necessary to build someone like Adam.
So to build someone like Adam does not necessarily mean divine or like healing magics the way that primal or divine magics work. There is all animating. Adam is not undead, but animating or transforming magic that kind of cuts across the spectrum of occult, arcane, divine, and primal.
Yeah. So maybe I could go to the university and just ask for a person who is able to do such a thing. That person must be of notice at some point.
Yeah, your two contacts. Professor Raleigh Galberry is the head of the conjuration department, and Professor Morris Watson Full is a assistant. Assistant dean in the divination department, but they could provide introductions to, I think it's transformation. That would cover that kind of stuff.
Someone like that. I
or necromancy.
So from my impression so far, I think that Watson Fowle seemed to be the more like the networking kind of person. So
most definitely,
he might be better connected or could point me to the right.
And in fact, didn't you? If you asked Dr. Earthsprung, or I think you're the one who's the primary contact with Ms. Carrington. Professor Watson Full has RSVP'd for the fundraiser, as has actually Sir Archibald Morgan.
We could ask him as well. So So you mean we could just wait and they will come?
No, you
to
can
us
certainly
anyway?
go see them. I'm just saying that there's also an opportunity to see them. You can certainly see them, if you want to get the ball rolling. That may be a way of going to meet him at Collingwood. At the university beforehand.
Yeah. I should do that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Dr. Earthsprung has got a hot date with our city records. Ms. Dumer is shopping and perhaps stopping at home for a good soak. And Basil is going to speak to Professor Watson Full. Who do we want to start with? Oh, first everyone gets a hero point, and then who do we want to start with? It's funny. I think the last 2 sessions maybe of PF2 I gave hero points every half hour instead of every hour, and what a difference that makes.
Yeah. So if I can come on. I just start because it would be short. I think. Maybe.
Sure. So you arrive at Collingwood University. I don't think I've got a university illustration yet. I should get one. Let's go. Nice neighborhood. There we go. So, Arriving at the university, you do find Professor Watson Full is in his office and is chatting up a couple of young students. And then as you poke your head around the corner, he laughs at his own joke harder than what the two students are. And then he sees you and... Basil! I'm afraid office hours are over. I have important business with a very important detective. So thank you. And the students are, thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. And both sort of leave. Oh, actually, three of them. There'll be one man, two women. And they sort of leave. And
So
as soon as they're out of
maybe I could
earshot...
just casually remark when they're going outside so that only they can hear it. Next time, laugh a little bit louder when he makes a joke.
They all kind of look at one another and like, yes, yes. And he says, thank you for that, Basil. There are few... one always fights to remain the position of favored lecturer. It's a vanity, I realize, but something I stride to. That'll give them something else to keep my name on the students' lips. Please, come in. Come in. How can I assist?
Thank you so much for seeing me. And
Dr. Ersprung's, I will be seeing you at Dr. Ersprung's party.
Yes. So actually, the party almost didn't happen because yesterday we ran into a little bit of a problem with those lunatics who were inhabiting this place before where the new clinic is.
I'm sorry, you're going to... Please.
Yeah.
I think I may be behind on gossip or perhaps just behind on news. I'm sorry, what lunatics do you speak of?
So you have heard maybe that Adam has built or taken residence at the old place of this brother Lope that was in the news.
That's where the barrow... Oh, I did not put the two together.
Yeah,
A thoroughly unpleasant story. Tragedy of a man of trying to work such good in the neighborhood to find himself at such a tragic end. Good to see the property continued to be put to such charitable use then.
Yeah, but some of the former inhabitants were of the idea that a creature like Adam should be banished from the earth because it was the will of the heavenly host, as they put it.
He was not connected with the church, was he? The former minister?
No, he was actually gone rogue and was expelled from the church because of his, let me put it like his more heretic versions of the teaching of the church.
I will not pry, but I take from your description that there was more to this departed rogue or departed defrocked priest than was in the news.
So I'm pretty sure that you know what a Brimrock is.
I'm afraid I do not.
So I would just sketch what.
If you would like to speak to Dr. Galberry, Dr. Galberry would be an.
No. Let me just. I would just wanted to keep you up on the thing that happened. So whatever. So this guy basically summoned some kind of devil or demon to do his bidding.
I see.
But why I'm here is more connected to Adam. So as you might hear from his name, there is a question of his Ursprung, his origin. So where did he come from?
Yes.
And so I'm wondering. Let us say 5 years ago.
Are you looking for someone to diagnose magically?
No, I'm looking for someone who would have the ability to build such a person.
Ah.
And I would just think, I know nothing about the arcane arts, but I would just imagine that this would only be, I don't know, maybe 10 people connected to the university here?
I am not familiar with the particulars of Dr. Ersprung's birth. Seems more appropriate than creation, but I can tell you that there enchanters, transmuters, wizards in general certainly have the capacity to make crude things, necromancers even, from the corpses of other things, treated magically, alchemically in some cases, and otherwise altered by magic. I've never seen such, or heard of indeed, even such a creation as Dr. Ersprung.
Yes.
I have never turned my mind to it, only because when I became aware of your doctor, he is presented as nothing but an upright and honorable man.
That's without question that he is probably the most upright and honorable of all of us. But my question is more, so I would expect someone to have such knowledge and to undertake such an experiment, let me call it this way. Someone that of that mindset, he or she must have been recognized by this university as a very talented person.
Oh, so you are wondering.
Yeah, I'm wondering who could be the one responsible, and I'm pretty sure it is someone who is not at this university anymore. It must be someone who was here and maybe did not leave in good terms, or was suddenly vanished from everything. Some person like this.
I see. I will do my diligence. Such things are beyond me, but I'm certain I can find colleagues who will be more knowledgeable in such things, who could give more direction. Offhand, I've not heard of anyone who is involved in such things, though I should say that for the duration of the war, there were aspects of the military that worked quite closely with the colleges of magic.
Yeah, and so if there was such a cooperation with someone who was doing this kind of transmutation magic,
if there was, then
perfect lead.
If I would expect that if it is not public knowledge as of yet, then and it was someone from the college who did work on such things, it may still be held as a secret by the Ministry of Internal Security, or enforced by them and by Parliament in general.
Yeah,
I know there have been oracular innovations that still have yet to be permitted. We have yet to be permitted to share with the wider public. But in confidence, I will ask and tell you what I can find.
That would be perfect.
I would consider it a happily offered favor for a friend.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, most wonderful. So if you need someone to find something out for you, I mean, there would be certainly things at the university going on where you need a little bit more of, let me put it, legwork, then I think I would know someone to help you out.
I can think of, perhaps you could tell this. You've read about this TikTok man, right?
Yes.
Do you know anything further of this assassin striking at members of Parliament?
No, actually, we do not know anything further, but it has been on our agenda to find something out, but we couldn't find something right now. But yeah.
If you couldn't share any gossip about that thing, and it was idle speculation, I've read articles about it, and I thought that with the recognition by the church that the constructs would be past the point of being questioned as members of Paridar, of the citizens of Paridar, but this, it seems to be picking at old wounds.
Yeah. That is a very curious coincidence. Yes.
You do have. There is something you could, perhaps, and forgive me. I wish not to instruct you in the doing of your own business, but this is a more personal. Yeah. I know that Archie, Sir Archibald.
Yeah.
He has been deeply concerned about the actions of this, or troubled by the actions of his colleague, this Steele fellow.
Yeah. Actually, I have... so you might not be surprised that we have our own connections in the shadow illuminations, and those are a little bit more, let me put it, shadowy. So I'm trying to have taps on what's going on there, but so far my contacts couldn't find out anything. But I will just make sure that we probably have a chat with this hunter. So
that would be the hunter himself.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
certain.
think I shouldn't talk to him? Yeah, I'm not sure.
From what Archie would never speak poorly of a fellow crusader. I've known Archie since we were boys, and if ever there was one who was an idealist growing in search of a crusade, he is truly a man of another era. He was, even as a boy. The trouble with such things is crusades are rarely clear-cut matters. Mm-hmm. And dealing with the practicalities of such things in a world such as our own, free from the fairy tales of knights and quests, I believe Archie is struggling. And if... Like all the, what do they call them, the corpsemen, those unfortunates afflicted by the Dampier serum. Archie likewise was transformed, and while his body and his quest has changed, at his heart is still that young boy playing with wooden swords and seeking quests. Mm-hmm. And I think the brutality with which this Steele is pursuing things. If I might be so bold, there is another in my circle who I think may be able to provide some insight into that. Archie would not tell me much, but I understand there is a search for vampires or some other kind of...
Yes.
They have some expertise in such things, and I think they may be able to offer some... This is more the... They are not hunters, but the family were. Different. A different sort of crusade, I suppose, from that of the Order of Saint Sylvester.
Yeah.
They may... I just feel that there is... Something is bothering Archie, and I would have it not bother him any longer.
Yeah. Could you give me the name of your colleagues, so maybe I could speak with them?
I will put them in... I think they would prefer to be contacting you directly.
Okay. That's perfectly okay. But by the way, does the strange combination of a raven and an owl as kind of combined familiars, does this ring a bell?
Well, I know a wide variety of a wide variety of my type certainly draw on a connection with animals as familiars, certainly. And I know that there are some rare who can bind more than one to themselves. An owl and a raven, you say?
Yes.
The symbolism escapes me, but you think them connected to a wizard of some kind? A mage?
Either that or to some ancient, more primal kind of magic.
I've heard of such things as well. Such connections are not uncommon among the more, how to put it generously, unstructured forms of magic. I've heard of them binding such things as well. Yes, it could be. Why, do you have dealings with something of that sort now? Those who pray to trees?
You know about the spires and what we talked about, or what Golak talked to you about?
Indeed, you have. Do we have I understand that there was one under a. That's not what you came to talk to me about either. There was one in a pond.
Yes. Yeah. So, but that is, but there was this raven and the owl, and I'm still fearing that there is some kind of a portal into another realm or so. We will find out, I think, at some point.
You have no shortage of troubles, Mr. Rathbone.
Yes. And that is only the mild troubles. I do not want to speak about the really the deep and concerning troubles that also lurk there. But nevertheless, so let's find out what we can find out first. So
I will have my colleague contact you. I will find someone to offer insight into the creation of or how one might create Dr. Ursprung or any who may have any knowledge of such. And I will put you in touch with my friend with the family.
Yeah, you are too generous. Thank you so much.
Not at all. Anything that assists my friends is of great benefit to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then I will be in touch. And
goodbye.
If not before, I will see you at the soiree.
Yes. Very much so. Looking forward to it.
As am I.
Yeah.
See you. So, I think, so with Basil leaving, maybe what we'll close with is Dr. Ursprung in the, we got, Igor is sort of in rest mode, in a corner. Dr. Ursprung, you're looking through the records, and you've got a bunch of stuff sort of spread before you to find the names that may be associated with it. And what I'm going to assume is that you're also looking into, beyond just finding names, you're looking into who these folks might be. Do I have that right?
Yeah, mainly focusing on engineers and doctors of any note around that time.
What you find is that, man, Roll20's been doing a real weird thing lately where it is, the last 2 days, it is showing, like it's hiding. Like I can't see the full display. I see I'm missing half of those words.
Yeah.
When Carl said he was having that issue yesterday too. It goes away randomly, but it's weird. Yeah. Here's the information you find, Dr. Ursprung, is you have two names of two men who seem to have died on the same date. Mentioned in two different papers. It is both in the Paridar times, so both in the most, sort of, actually, it would be one of the more conservative papers, because both of these are men of influence. One of them is Dr. Dominic Clark. Aged 45, and part of the, apparently someone with who leaves behind a family as well. The other Professor Wilbur Knight. late of Collingwood University. But here's the curious thing. Both men died on the same date. Both men have... There's not particulars of their death involved in their... or listed in their obituaries or anything else that you can find. You have found where they are allegedly entombed, both in family crypts. Both come from families of means in Paridar. But the curious thing is their service records. Both men apparently served with distinction during the war as part of the 9th Medical Corps.
Who would have guessed?
So, both Professor Knight and Dr. Clark are survived by families, including children. Having all this information before him, sitting here in the darkness of the, what do you call it? Darkness of the archive, lit only by an electric light. How is Dr. Ersprung feeling about learning that information?
Yeah, I mean, there's too many sort of coincidences there. That it's sort of worrying that he's potentially found the information that he was looking for but didn't really want to find, maybe. Is there anything in the reports that would try and identify him? Sort of dental records, height, any sort of birthmarks, anything that might...
That's a curious thing. So it does appear... Well, here, why don't we do this? Why don't you give us a medicine check? So you call it in your favors and such. And this is only representing what you've drawn on. This is not any of your contacts as of yet. Not one.
I think we might use that last hero point.
Okay. Well, you do find enough that there were autopsies apparently performed on both of the bodies. Those records are missing. You do have the place where both bodies were allegedly interred.
Sorry, do we... What was that, sorry?
Oh, you have the place where both bodies are allegedly interred. Their graves.
Right,
Where their graves are.
Yeah. And they're both in private, sort of home, private
The
family.
Knights and the Clarks are both old money families in Paridar.
Okay. Yep. Well, I shall report that back to the others. Once I've gathered everything I can.
All right. And then Ms. Dumer.
Miss Dumer is off. She's got no interest in hats. She doesn't see Basil's obsession with that. She prefers a nice hood. And something rather nice, I think, in black and navy, with some faux pearls to go with her moats.
Okay.
Something that will look rather smart for the event.
Absolutely. So with all of that gathered, we will be starting next session with the final day before the soiree. And that's assuming that you guys aren't attacked once again tonight by murderous cultists. But that will bring our first session of 2023 and our first session of the second year of this campaign to a close. So guys, thank you very much for today's session. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session part 3 of the Patchwork Pauper mystery. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, and we have a channel there dedicated to this campaign, as well as every other campaign we run on the channel. There is a yeah, there's a terrific community over there, full of great and very very helpful and friendly people. So you are and knowledgeable. So you are more than welcome to join us over there. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a terrific selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they also have an amazing selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. And if they do not have in what you are looking for, you can often put on a want list what you would like, and then they'll let you know when it comes in. I just managed to fill my last hole in my Savage Worlds Acton Cthulhu collection, thanks to that. And if you make a purchase through their website of $10 or more, then be sure to enter the code THEMUSE. It's down in the description below, all capital letters, and you will save yourself 10% in your purchase. There's also a link down below to the the Heroes Save Villages campaign that benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity. Really terrific organization, active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in Ukraine and the surrounding countries at the time of recording. If you find that link does not work any longer, we are in the process of having a new campaign set up for 2023. So you may just need to check back on a more recent video and find that. But all donations that go through that link or the new one go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middlemen. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from it. And it's a very small way of saying thank you. For every $25 that you donate, every 25 Canadian, you get one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. The next charity raffle's grand prize will be a copy of Beadle and Grimm's Platinum Edition Spelljammer Adventures in Space. That's my copy back there that we've been using to play some Spelljammer adventures over the last little while. If you, the copy we've got from Beadle and Grimm's is still in its package. Still in its packaging, still gorgeous, and has the full contents of the adventure, a bunch of extra stuff, a bunch of in-universe handouts, maps, miniatures. It's just an amazing product. And if you don't win that, there still is a bunch of other great prizes, including a chainmail dice bag from our resident armorsmith, Dave. There is a bunch of stuff for the Dungeon Musings Red Bubble Shop, and some other stuff that is cluttering up my guest room. We have a full set of the AD&D 2nd edition 89 books as well, too, as well prize that no one claimed from last time. So that'll be up again for a prize. So we've got a bunch of great prizes. And the best of all money goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International to help out the kids who benefit from them. So last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart illuminators. So James, Ingolf, Darren, and our thoughts are with Sean right now, who is just fighting off an illness. Thank you so much for joining me back in the streets of Paridar, guys. And Sean, our thoughts are with you. We hope to see you back at the table soon. So with that, we will be back in the streets of Paridar, inching closer to this long-promised charity event in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are uncovering in the streets and the back alleys of Paridar. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, Happy New Year, and happy gaming.